And joining us today on the CueCast, none other than Eric Pubentz, our product manager here at OnCue. Eric, such a pleasure to have you here. And we just released the latest and greatest version of OnCue with an update that went out last Friday. Eric, tell us a little bit about that update.
Super excited about it. We've been testing it a really long time. There's hundreds of new things in it, fixes and tweaks. And I would just say it's big stuff and small stuff. Some things are going to really excite you, and some things you're not even going to notice, and it's just they're just there to make your life easier in trial.
So there's a lot of things that are on the list that we put out in this update, and I know that going through the testing took a long time to do. But looking at that list of things and knowing that list of things, Eric, what are some of those things that just really interest you as a hot seater?
Yeah, my favorite as a hot seater is a solution to a problem where when you're working really quickly and you have a mix of full screen and single screen, we call it treatments, saved annotations. And when you're clicking through them, sometimes you accidentally will throw a single page into a split screen. That might not make sense to you unless you're a user already, but if you are, you'll get it. It really cuts down on frustration. The first time I used it, it was like, okay, this has been years coming. I no longer have to worry about whether or not I clear a split screen. And the other thing that's my favorite that I want to mention, it's not necessarily a hot seating thing. It's for war room work. You could always have multiple people working on Cue at the same time on a LAN, right? If you're working on the same case and it's not syncing to a cloud and everyone has a separate one, you can work on it at the same time with 10 people if you need to. You could always hit F9, you refresh, and you see what your colleagues did. Now it works more like a Google Doc. If you're working on the same case at the same time, in the same location, on a shared drive, then you'll see real-time updates happen while your colleagues are working. And to me, for war room work, when it's really intense and you're going to have to pull an all-nighter and you're splitting up work, that's really going to make a difference. I think that's going to make a difference to the lives of anyone who stays up late in a war room trying to get through video or what have you for the next day.
With all of these new things in the release, you just mentioned from a war room standpoint, from a hot seater standpoint, over the year, we see a lot of different emails that come into support from users. Is OnCue really driven by user input? Because it seems to me that a lot of the features that went in followed what the users were asking for. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Product support and customer support aren't separate from development at all. And we're obviously listening to the users because we are the users. I think that's a little bit unique about it, that almost everyone working on it, except for highly technical stuff, programmers and things like that, will use it professionally in real life situations. So we see the users that don't work at OnCue, our normal OnCue customers, as colleagues, and we treat them like colleagues when we have problems. And if our colleagues are all asking for the same thing over and over again that we haven't run into, well, it's probably important. So that will make the list and go in. Do we design by committee? No, not necessarily. That no one ever would say that that's a good idea. But it would be really remiss of us if we ignored our users when it came to what they need in court and what we're going to put in OnCue to help people do their jobs.
I know that a lot of the users are going to be so happy about seeing some of these new features. What can we expect in the future from OnCue?
Well, the future of OnCue is, first off, continually to make iterative improvements to the program, because that's important to people right now. The roadmap that we'll also call the list has a ridiculous number, hundreds of features that we've gotten from users, that we've thought of, that we've sketched out over the years. Some are old and we dust them off and they're brand new again. So that kind of thing is coming in the future. More of what we've been giving you. As long as there's a demand in the courtroom for tight professional presentation, we're going to be making iterative updates to OnCue and making it better. And of course, we're a technology company and we love technology and we love coming up with stuff that will help people. So we do have some new products and services and things like that that are in the hopper, and you will see them, and we're going to be around a while bringing you this stuff.
Well, I think that the direction that OnCue has gone, we hear so much positive feedback. I know over on the training side, we get to see these users that are using features in a way that they never have before. And whatever you're doing, the users seem to be happy and everybody seems to be getting what they need. And that's always been hard. Coming from the hot seating level, you always had to trade off. Yes, I like this, but I wish it did this. And now those wishes are starting to come true. So, Eric, thank you for everything that you do with OnCue and pushing this thing forward. It's always getting pushed forward, and we never seem to rest on our laurels. And thank you for joining us here on the CueCast.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks, everyone.